Man, it's been a frustrating weekend in the sport of boxing. But maybe it's because we just focus on the negative. And maybe we should just focus on what's the positive, what's saving boxing, what's keeping boxing alive, instead of just always have our microscope on everything that's wrong in the sport of boxing. The fighters that is not doing their due diligence to elevate the sport of boxing, that's in position to elevate the sport of boxing. Let's focus on those who do. Like Naoya Inoue this past weekend in Las Vegas. Naoya Inoue, a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, active fighter, great fighter, entertaining fighter. Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, 2-division lineal champion. And as we all know, if it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, he should be recognized as the first 2-division undisputed world champion by the age of 25. If Josh Taylor never would have vacated his belt in the 140-pound division. And, of course, if it wasn't for the damn WBC franchise, you know what I'm saying? People wouldn't never dispute his accomplishments. And Teofimo Lopez is an entertaining fighter as well that go for the gusto and takes his risk and entertain and try to entertain the crowd, right? Naoya Inoue, explosive fighter, speed, power, athleticism, just like Teofimo Lopez. And just like other fighters like Virgil Ortiz as well. That's willing to fight Boachuk and then back-to-back with Majumov and try to clean up the dirty work of Terrence Bud Crawford, in which there was a lot of people that felt that Terrence Bud Crawford lost that fight with Majumov, or at least could have gone either way. David Benavidez was asked by Canelo Alvarez that he needs to fight, put more, do something else than just have an Anthony Durrell on your resume. And what did David Benavidez do? He didn't complain. He did just that for an opportunity to face Canelo Alvarez, right? David Benavidez beat Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andre, Alexandre, and David Morrell Jr. These are fights that, you know what, it probably could have gone either way. Risking his opportunity for a Canelo Alvarez fighter. He did just that. But you know what? Canelo Alvarez turned around and went against his word. At least David Benavidez did execute what Canelo Alvarez wanted him to do. And that's why me as a boxing fan that's been saying that Canelo Alvarez is the king of boxing, the face of boxing, should have gave David Benavidez an opportunity, because in the end of the day, that's the number one sport, the number one fight in the sport of boxing. But we have some, look at Jerome Bruce Ennis, who a lot of people criticize for his Karen performances, because people didn't believe that he matched his expectation. But when he came back and became a unified champion, beating Stanionis in a spectacular fashion, let's give the light and let's talk about the good things in the sport of boxing so we could preserve the sport of boxing. Let's give the spotlight to those boxers that not only are getting paid well, but entertain well as well. Right? Teofimo Lopez is one of the guys that got paid the least in that card in which the world of boxing is criticizing, with Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin the Dream Haney versus Jose Ramirez. And let's not forget that card was basically pushed for a Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch. If we focus more on the positive and what's right and lift up those who are actually doing great, are doing good for the sport of boxing, they will even do more. If we snub them, they will try to do what the other guys ain't doing. See, guys like Devin Haney, shout out to Devin Haney. Yes, it was a victory for Devin Haney, but was it a victory for boxing? Was it a victory for the sport? Was it a victory for the event? You got fighters out here that don't give a damn about the sport of boxing. They just give a damn about their wins. But it's like I say, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. You don't think that Naoya Inoue got the footwork and the skills to do the same thing that Devin Haney is doing? That's easy for Naoya Inoue to do. That's easy. How athletic that Teofimo Lopez is. You don't think that Teofimo Lopez just being the outside and just dance around like William Score and Devin Haney? That's easy. Taking the risk is hard. I mean, look, stepping inside the ring is already hard enough. But to be across another fighter that is trained 10, 8 weeks to beat you and you still take that risk, man. They give you that's what boxing needs. The fans is about praising those that gives 100% effort, because we are the paying customers at the end of the day. This is the entertainment business, so you know what? I'd rather preserve the fighters and talk about the fighters that's willing to entertain us. And if you're familiar with the channel, yes, I respect all fighters, but I always say, I'm here to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the ones that put their life on the line for our pure entertainment. For our pure entertainment, at the end of the day, yes, I'm going to preserve the sport of boxing. I'm going to preserve those who are willing to entertain us. I want to see that you trying to be great. I want to see there's certain fighters that are destined to be great. There's other people that just want to hustle the promoters. I think that now there's people out there that just want to hustle Turkey Al Sheikh. But Turkey Al Sheikh is already given the bag. The least you could do is give him the effort. If you're getting more than what you used to be making, and you know your market value, your true market value, then at least perform to the best of your ability. Because at the end of the day, even if you lose, but respectfully, just like that opponent, Ramon that lost to Naoya Inoue, he's respectable. People want to see him back in the ring. He only lasted 8 rounds, but guess what? People want to see him again. Why? Because he showed heart, determination, and he was willing to push one of the best fighters, or probably the best fighter in the sport of boxing. So he get his just respect. Hey, yo, Kell Brook lost in the 5th round by Triple G, but people identify his efforts and gave him props, right? Stand no chance, but effort. It's all about effort. Just like a lot of people gave props to Pitbull Cruz when he faced Gervonta Tan Davis. Effort. You give effort. You don't cheat the fans, and we're going to praise you, but the fans also have to hold them up. You just can't push these fighters to the side and stuff like that. We're depending. You know what the problem is that we're depending on fighters that don't give a F about us. That's the problem in the sport of boxing. We're depending so much on fighters that don't give a damn about us. Canelo Alvarez really doesn't give a damn about us anymore. Just like he said, I don't care. I do whatever I want to do. He's done enough. I get it. But right now, we're still fans. And fighters come and go. You think the William Skull fight was about us? You think these other fighters that we've been asking, we want Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. Is he going to give us that? No, so he don't really care about us. You think that Haney cares about us and the way that he performs? No, he was laughing. He don't care. Let Jose Ramirez cut the ring on him. No, man. You probably you too highly skillful to play that game and just play the threatening. You're so threatening to get hit. You're too good for that. And that's what people see. You're too good to be playing that. Canelo Alvarez is too good for you not to cut the ring off with William Skull. I know he was running like a bitch. I know he ain't trying to engage. We all know that. But we also know that you were an all-time great. And being an all-time great and being a pound-for-pound fighter is that you could adapt to any style. That's what makes you a pound-for-pound fighter as well. You could adapt to any stat and whatever weight class you're campaigning in. I don't think that Canelo Alvarez is one-dimensional, right? There's no excuse. Yo, but punch. Yo, you got to understand that's William Skull fight. Fault. No. That's Canelo Alvarez for even fighting William Skull. Just like at the post-fight interview, Canelo Alvarez said, this is the reason why I don't fight runners. So fight the guy that don't run. That's David Benavidez. Fight him. No excuse right there. He's going to come and fight you, Canelo Alvarez. Do you want that work? You're a good counter-puncher. You could counter-punch that high-volume puncher, David Benavidez. He's going to give you a lot of opportunities to counter him, to fight him. Maybe he's tailor-made for you. But you don't want that work. You don't want to passing of the torch fight. You don't want to fight the guy that you really did earn his position to fight you. We depended on Canelo Alvarez. we depended on Ryan and we depended on Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia said that he just couldn't find the killer instinct. With all that money, Times Square, you couldn't find the killer instinct. Devin Haney, you couldn't find. We wanted to see the rejuvenated Devin Haney. You said you was going to knock out Jose Ramirez, and now you laughing because you just running. You ain't want to do what you wanted to do. But these are the guys that we invested on. These are the guys that really just shitting on us. I think collectively we should just focus on those who truly trying to do right by us. It's just like humans outside of the sport of boxing. Have people around your circle that's an extension of you, that want to see you win, that want to do right by you. You want to have friends that want to do right by you. You want to be around family members that want to do right by you. You want to have affiliations with people that want to do right by you. You want to work in a place that want to do right by you. You want to partner up with somebody and open up a business that want to do right by you. So as boxing fans, we should just celebrate and we should just be fans of fighters that want to do right by us. Teofimo Lopez is calling out Boots Ennis. He wants to do right by us. David Benavidez won Bivol, the winner of Bivol Beterbiev. He want to do right by us. He want Canelo Alvarez. He want to do right by us. Alessandro Usyk, Danny Dubois, to rewrite the wrong. He want to do right by us. Bam Rodriguez fighting Quadra, Rumva side, Sonny Edwards, Juan Francisco Estrada. Bam Rodriguez want to do right by us. Let's focus on the people that want to do right by us. And boxing is going to be great. But the more that we're going to be focused on the people that don't want to do right by us, we always going to be complaining like bitter baby mamas in family court. So I think it's time that we redirect our energy to those who want to do right by us, those who want to save us. It's almost like in the world. Jesucristo, Jesus Christ, want to save us. He died on the cross to save us from our sins so we could repent. So we can have the opportunity to go to the kingdom of heaven, right? But sometimes we do what we want to do. And we want to party with the devil. We want to celebrate with the devil. Every time we take another breath, every time we wake up, we are gifted with another life, with another day. We celebrate that gift with the devil. It's time that we stop celebrating and stop giving a lot of energy and attention to those who don't want to do right by us, that don't want to save the sport that we love, that are just laughing in our face, taking the promoters and the turkey out shakes money and just laughing at all the way to the bank and then shine you with a watch or cars and stuff like that. Ha, 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 ha. Want to put a ski mask on and saying they robbing the bank. No, they robbing us. Naoya Inoue didn't rob us. Teofimo Lopez didn't rob us. Thank you, Tio. Thank you, Naoya Inoue. And thank you to all the fighters that want to do right by us. That's fighting for their legacy. Reigning supreme. Because at the end of the day, money comes and goes. Legacy stays forever. And the 4-division world champion and the 2-division lineal champion and is still trying to become a 3-division lineal champion, Teofimo Lopez, when he faced Boots Ennis, and hopefully Boots Ennis accept his challenge. These are the people we need to be focused on. Amanda Serrano, the 7th-division world champion, super featherweight undisputed. That's a queen we should be focused on. Katie Taylor, that's a queen we should be focused on. Alicia, Baumgartner, that's a queen that we should be focused on. Shout out to Most Valuable Promotion. Shout out to Netflix. Those are the type of people in the sport of boxing, gentlemen, that we should be focused on to elevate our sport and preserve fighters and give the opportunity to those fighters that truly deserve it. Richard Hedge is going to be facing George Camboso. Hope he does well. Edgar Berlanga gonna get another opportunity to fight Shiraz. Hope he does well and learn from that fight he had with Canelo Alvarez. Is a stacked time in the sport of boxing in almost every division. There's no excuse for this fight, for these fighters, and there's enough money out there. There's no excuse for the fighter not to give their heart out, not to give 100% effort. Those who's getting these type of paydays and not giving effort, they're just spitting in our faces. And we shall no longer accept that. Just like we want runners out the sport of boxing or penalized or not even get paid, those who's not going to give us effort, just stay home. Don't waste our time. Don't waste our weekend. Don't waste our Saturday. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, 10 weeks camp for what? To give that type of performance? These guys are robbing us. They don't give a damn about us. And they're going to promote and say, yo, damn, I'm in the best shape of my life. This is the best camp I had. Watch, I'm going to knock out these opponents. And then they run like bitches. Anyway, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.